Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome aboard my narrowboat home, Moorland Rose. Please join me as I take a slow boat through Britain. Barnby Dun was a handy stopping point for picking up supplies from the local cooperative supermarket. I spent a few nights here organising the delivery of a new washing machine for Moorland Rose. One morning I was surprised to see the Exol Pride come by. With a gross weight of 650 tonnes, she's by far the largest vessel I have met on the canals. The Exol Pride is an oil products tanker carrying goods between Hull and Rotherham. That is big, and the water displacement causes Moorland Rose to rock on her moorings. After Exol Pride made her return journey, I set off. I didn't want to meet her coming back. In case you are wondering how Exol Pride gets under some of these bridges, the wheelhouse lowers hydraulically. Unfortunately, I never got to see it in action. The amber traffic light signifies there's no lock keeper on duty at this lock, so we will have to operate it ourselves. However, as I pull into the lock landing, the lights change. There is a lock keeper there after all, and the red and green lights indicate he's getting the lock ready for us to go in. I just need to wait for a single green. There we are.
Turbulent is it?
I'll pull it steady. Alright.
That'll do.
You just
stay back beyond them middle ladders, you'll be fine. Just stay where you are. Okay, thanks a lot.
This bend opens out to accommodate what at one time was a dock for Courtaulds and ICI, the chemical companies, and International Harvesters, a farm machinery manufacturer. Strawberry Island to our left has a long established boat club, but I'm unable to find the reason for the name. Maybe it's because the island, well known locally for its garden allotments, grew strawberries there in the past. The arm to port leads to a basin where the Doncaster Gasworks once stood. I'm fed up of battling against the wind today, so we'll tie up here at Doncaster Dock for the night and take a short walk into the city to find some refreshment. Blue skies the next morning as I head for our first lock of the day. Again, the amber light means no Lockie on duty. This time, no lock keeper magically appears, so I have to set the lock myself. Not a very deep lock, but it is huge. You can see the white bands rise on the boxes at the far end as I raise the ground paddles. Fortunately, these locks are all electrically operated. I just need to close up behind me. And to recover my key, which the pedestal holds onto until everything is done. Off we go on this section, which is the River Don. When it is in flood conditions, Canal and River Trust close the locks and prevent them being operated. To our right are the well-tended grounds of Doncaster Prison. No mooring there then. The main flow of the river leaves us here to disappear over a weir down there. Not far out of Doncaster, and the river winds through some lovely wooded countryside, and I caught it just as the leaves were changing colour. our next lock, and again the amber light means it will be me to operate it. Wait for the ready light to come on. Then press the button to raise the paddles and empty the lock. Another button to open the gates, and it's back to Moorland Rose. There are pedestals at each end of the lock which operate their own set of gates. So once in the lock I have to use the first one to close the paddles and gates behind me, gather my key and walk to the other end of the lock to operate the pedestal there. Again, not forgetting to close up behind me and get my key back. At this point I noticed I had no 12 volt electrics. Fortunately, there's a mooring next to a pub. Handy that. Nutmeg soon attracts attention. Sometimes it's like living in a goldfish bowl. A good job it doesn't bother me. With the help of a very knowledgeable Facebook group, I soon diagnosed the electrical problem as a faulty isolator switch, which I can temporarily bypass while I get a new one ordered. I might as well switch off and spend the night here. Did I mention there's a pub? Electrics restored and a new switch ordered for me to pick up further along the canal. I set off the following morning with a forecast of rain. I am loving this wooded scenery, aren't you? Now, the walking route. The Exol Pride, being a commercial boat, does have locks manned for her at all times. Not me though. Those clouds are looking a little threatening. A surprise as the lights change as I pull up to the lock landing. I bet this bridge is a challenge for the XL Pride skipper. And so is this bend. The rain has started as I catch up to a wide beam. As the rain gets heavier, I have to put the camera away, so I will leave you here. Get yourselves inside and keep dry. I'm tying up soon anyway. Join me next time as I head for Sheffield and a flight of non-electric logs. Until then, stay safe, see you soon.